Hello everybody, and welcome to what I like to call How Can We Use AI? I'm here with my colleague from Lenovo.
Hi, I'm Emily Barrett.
And I'm Martin from GTech. And this is a series of podcasts which we're going to talk about how you can actually use AI and how actually it can prove useful for you. When a student goes to university these days, they have an expectation that technology will drive. Their whole life has been driven around technology. They've got mobile phones, they've got tablets, they're using apps all the time. How can a university take that technology expectation and actually deliver it in real time? How can they give them information such as if they're going from one classroom to another, what's the quickest route to get there? If they want to get a coffee on the way, which coffee bar has maybe got the shortest queue on it? If they're trying to go from, trying to get some lunch, when are the queues going to be quietest? Is there solutions out there that can take advantage of AI to give that student a much better experience so they know exactly what's going on at the campus?
I'm so glad you asked, Martin, because the answer is, of course, yes. So I've walked out of my lecture theatre. It is midday. I'm hungry. I open my app and it tells me that the nearest place for lunch has a 20-minute queue, but it's also telling me that the place that's a 5-minute walk away only has a 5-minute queue. So therefore, I'm better off to go to that slightly further away place rather than going to that nearest place.
Okay.
And, this is a particular problem when you have masses of students coming out of popular lectures at one point of time. Actually, if you can encourage students to disperse slightly more, by giving them that information in real time, you are far more able to manage that.
Yes.
And the other thing that you can get from this is also obviously that identification of where those problems are happening. And you can use it for queue management and alerting. So if you need to reallocate staff members to serve at different locations, you'd be able to do that as well to try and tackle some of those queuing times, right? But you can do it for other things like where's, nearest toilets with the shortest queue. And let's face it, when a lecture finishes, the women's toilets are going to be more fully occupied than men's toilets. So can we redirect students appropriately to make sure that everyone's able to access facilities in a timely manner? And likewise, as you said, being able to work out that quickest way across campus as well. Or maybe the quickest way across campus involves using a tiny little obscure footpath that I'm likely to miss because I have no sense of direction. So actually giving students the best route, whether that is the easiest, whether that is the quickest, or whether that is somewhere in between the two. One of the other things that, again, students using buses to get to and from places. Certain bus stops get incredibly busy, incredibly popular at certain times of day. And are you more likely to be able to get a seat on a bus if actually you walked the 5 minutes it took to get to the bus stop before that bus stop to get on the bus earlier, and have you got time to do that? So part of this is about being able to pull together and collate all of this information that most universities already have access to.
Yes.
But it's just presenting that in a format that is collated and using some of that advanced analytics tools to be able to give students extra insights rather than just presenting them with this is the times the buses are.
Yeah, there's a bus in 10 minutes, but actually you don't know how many people are waiting on the bus stop and if that bus is already full.
Yeah.
Now, you said collating all that information. Surely universities just have it stored in one single data centre, don't they? It's not spread around everywhere, is it?
Yeah, the majority of places don't have it in one single system, right? And actually this is one of the things whenever we talk about doing any form of data analytics, whether that's using AI-based tools or whether that's using other traditional analytics-based tools, whether you've got that data available to you, whether that is in a unified place, whether you know where that data is really important. And I think it is important at the start of these projects to go, okay, right, well, this is what we want to achieve. These are the goals. What is the data we're going to need to be able to achieve those goals? Do we firstly, do we know whether we have this data or not?
Yes.
If we don't have it, where do we get it from? If we do have it, do we know where it is? And do we know whether it's decent data? Like, is it good quality data? Because with all of these things, if you put bad information in, you will get bad information out.
Yes.
And if you are putting bad information in, those students are going to get frustrated quite quickly if they are getting bad information out of the system.
Yes, and that's not going to help your student experience, is it?
No, it's not.
I mean, you know, we often say what's the most critical system in the university, and actually it turns out to be the Wi-Fi, because the amount of people complaining, and mostly on social media, if the Wi-Fi is out. If you start giving them really bad information like the queues on the buses or where the local coffee shop is full or not, they're not going to be particularly happy if they just trace the campus to hopefully get a coffee a lot quicker.
Yeah, accuracy is really important.
Okay. And how would you start off this particular kind of focus to say, I want to improve my student experience, I want to drag all these pieces of data in and I want to make it available for students? Where do you actually start?
So I think it's really important to start by defining what you want the outcomes to be.
Okay.
So what information is it that's actually going to improve your student experience the most? So working out what those key things are that students want to know. And then, as I say, what data do we need to be able to give the students that information? And then feeding back into those data questions that I mentioned earlier on that quality of data. But there are, we're here.
Exactly.
So, they can always reach out and say, hey, we've got this crazy idea that we want to go and do this thing. And we can help with navigating all of that. It is, it's why we're here.
Yeah, exactly. And we can give them some examples as well where this technology has been used before. So if you watch out for the credits that roll after this, you'll find a whole load of contact information. And if you want any more information about this, or if you've got any questions, please just reach out to the contact information. Thank you very much, and thank you.